Hi guys, I wanted to share a little information on a little tip that I had gotten when I was watching Autodidactics chat tonight. Somebody had mentioned about the Naga Cave, and I was like, Naga Cave? I haven't heard about the Naga Cave. I've heard about the Naga door, the serpent door that has not been able to be opened. They can't figure out how to open the doors. But this was fascinating. I was like, look at this. This is the head of a very extremely large serpent, just like Harry Potter, except much larger. Yeah, so this would be the basilisk in Harry Potter, but it looks like it was petrified. Actually, when you look at all these images, look at this body, look at these scales. This is not carved, guys. This is legitimate. This is petrified snake body, basically. And I do believe it lends credence to the notion that, yes, there were giants in those days and then afterwards. And very interesting that this Nakon Yok is like a lot of gold. You know how this legend of dragons and their caves of gold, and even in Lord of the Rings, it is like a dragon that hoards all the gold inside the mountain. And what is that about? I believe it's tied to the giants. I believe gold could quite possibly come from the blood of giants, or maybe etheric beings, something. It's tied to the sun, and the sun is considered gold. So this is very highly prized. It's not just for its monetary value. I'm telling you, there's something else very special about gold. And, the Egyptians supposedly were transmuting gold into white powder to prolong life. So, what does all this mean? I believe we're going to know very soon. Look at this cave. I mean, this is like part of it. I don't know if they've found all this in there or what. I mean, this is crazy. Now, this is obviously, maybe this just a merchant that set up in the cave. I don't know. It's insane, though, the amount of gold that's here, or maybe it's offerings. I don't know. Maybe it's just painted gold. Yeah, the inside view of the Naga Cave. And I'm sure that these people have known about the Naga Cave for a long time. We're just now hearing about some of this stuff. But I'm sure it's like a temple and all of this. But there was an article that I came across, and this is the Thai newsroom fearlessly upholding the truth. This is on the thainewsroom.com. It's probably just time for them to release this information. This was July the 13th, 2020. Head of Phaya Naga found near cave. I'm sure they've known about this for a long time. There's no way they just found this. Exciting discovery of the Naga Cave at Phu Lanka National Park in Bangkok province with stones in them look very much like the body of Phaya Naga, a semi-divine serpent-like creature who has now become even more thrilling with the discovery of its head. And so that was on July 13, 2020. The folklore holds the Phaya Naga to be semi-divine demi creatures. Yeah, demiurge. You've heard of the demiurge before. And these things are from the underworld, which possess supernatural powers, as has been described in Buddhist and Hindu cosmology. And I believe the evidence can be found in all the different animals, evidence of serpentine influence. Someone and some people or beings or something is obviously creating hybrid mixes of animals, and has been since the dawn of time. When you look at chicken legs, for example, they're very serpentine. They're scaly looking, which means that they must have some sort of reptilian DNA in them. And then cats that have snake eyes, and so do foxes. Foxes are like cat dogs, and they have snake eyes. And cats have a serpentine type tail, and they climb trees like squirrels. So, I'm suggesting that we take a closer look, even though we don't have the capabilities of going through the genetics and actually checking scientifically about some of these things. But I think if you go through all of the different animals and you start comparing the other animals to them, especially snakes and birds, if you start looking at how they correlate Then you start going, wait a minute, there's some similarities here. And then it ties in with the mammals. Like the mammals are caught midway, I think. And maybe that's why they're called mammals. Maybe they're moomals, like the moon. I don't know, because all the words come from somewhere. And if you trace etymology back with all these words, you start finding all of these foundations of our reality and how they're all linked together. But let's continue reading this. When the stones shaped like the body of the Fire Naga were found in this cave with scales on them too, a comparison was made to the ones found in Laos. However, now the Fire Naga's head too has been found not too far away from the cave, surrounded by a mysterious forest, as mentioned in the Bonkande page. Those who are fascinated by the supernatural would definitely like the Naga Cave and would be captivated by Fire Naga's head, which is similar to a large snake with scales on it and is resting on the ground, being similar to its body in the cave. Taken together, the stones seem to show a large serpent that is slithering out of the cave. Sounds to me like if the head is severed from the body, something decapitated this thing. And I'm sure that it must have been a very large, proportionate type of being. And we know that there are giants that are around. They're here somewhere in the world. And I wonder, is this head upside down? Where's the eyeball slot? Or was this thing blind? Did it have eyes or no eyes? It's kind of weird. There's no eye slots. At least not that I can see, not unless it's in the dark. Anyway, very interesting article. I'm going to leave this in the description box. You guys can go investigate more of this. I like it. I've already bookmarked this so that I can keep it in case I ever end up in India. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.